From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Good day. This is Dateline Malacañang. Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has approved the 2024 National Security Strategy, or NSS, which is seen to enhance the country's ability to tackle complex security challenges both locally and globally. In a statement on Sunday, National Security Advisor Eduardo Año announced that the President approved the NSS during a meeting at Malacañang Palace in Manila on December 19th. The NSS, which supports the administration's national security policy for 2023 to 2028, outlines 53 strategic directions and 393 actionable steps designed to safeguard the nation's sovereignty, protect citizens' welfare, and promote peace and unity. The 2024 NSS prioritizes four key areas: the human capital development, institution building, efficient use of national power through diplomacy and defense, and fostering sustainable economic growth through resilience and legislative support. Año, a former military chief, emphasized the NSS's role in addressing both local and global threats, from territorial disputes to economic challenges, while focusing on the well-being of every Filipino. Aligned with the Philippine Development Plan, the NSS advocates a whole-of-nation approach, encouraging participation from government agencies, private organizations, and local communities to achieve national security goals. Key priorities of the strategy include investing in education and healthcare, strengthening governance, and leveraging technology to enhance national defense. It also aims to protect critical industries, support economic growth, and uphold the Philippines' sovereignty while ensuring opportunities for future generations. Año urged Filipinos to actively engage in the nation's collective security efforts to overcome challenges, protect our sovereignty, and create a brighter future for all.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. has signed into law a measure granting Philippine citizenship to Russian figure skater Alexander Sergeyevich Korovin. Republic Act, or RA number 12115, signed by the President on December 20th, grants the figure skater Filipino citizenship with all the rights, privileges, prerogatives, duties, and obligations attached to it under the Constitution and existing laws. The Senate approved on December 3rd House of Representatives Bill number 10048, or the naturalization of the Russian athlete who is being eyed to play in pairs figure skating with Filipina Isabela Gamez in the 2026 Winter Olympics. With 21 affirmative, 0 negative, and 0 abstention from the Senate, Korovin is now a Filipino citizen. Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino former chairperson of the Committee on Justice and Human Rights, said Corovin proudly stood and vowed to give his 100% when representing the Philippines in international sporting events. Korovin is a Russian and has partnered with Games in international figure skating competitions since 2021. He won a prestigious Grand Prix medal and a silver from the 2018 Skate America. His talents on the ice made him successful in the International Skating Union Challenger Series, where he has amassed a substantial collection of medals. He secured gold medals at the 2018 Challenger Series Nebelhorn Trophy and the 2018 Challenger Series Golden Spin of Zagreb.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. eyes to expand the country's relations with Saudi Arabia to cover other areas of cooperation. During a farewell call by Saudi Arabia Ambassador Hisham Sultan Abdullah Al Qahtani last week, the president said relations between both countries have grown stronger than ever and assured to continue and make even deeper and more involved together with the kingdom. The chief executive said the discussions with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud and the other officials tackled some of the most important matters. President Marcos stressed the very good partnership created between the two countries. The Philippine president acknowledged Saudi Arabia's position in the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, or OIC, which, he said, was helpful in the peace efforts in Mindanao. For his part, Al Qahtani thanked President Marcos Jr. for meeting him prior to his departure. The Saudi envoy made huge success in his efforts for 3.5 years to make the relations between the Philippines and Saudi Arabia even stronger. Al Qahtani also acknowledged that Filipinos have become an important part of Saudi Arabia's development over the last 40 years. And as Saudi Arabia is preparing to host the World Cup in 2030, Al Qahtani said the kingdom will need skilled Filipino workers, particularly in building mega projects in Jeddah and the north of Saudi Arabia, such as the Red Sea and the rail and line projects. President Marcos said the Philippines could send workers as long as it has an available workforce, as he boasts about Filipinos' competitiveness. Almost 1 million Filipinos are staying or working in Saudi Arabia based on recent data.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, from food security, the Super Committee of Congress, otherwise known as the Quinta Committee, will next focus on electricity. According to Albay Representative Joey Salceda, Congress will find a solution to the high prices of energy. To recall, Speaker Martin Romualdez earlier said that next year, Congress will look into how to lower charges in the utilities sector. Salceda said the 206 billion peso excess charged by the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, or NGCP, based on the discovery of the Energy Regulatory Commission, or ERC, will be at the center of discussions. This was apparently used in public relations, advertising, and other expenditures from 2016 to 2020. The lawmaker explained that in the distribution sector, when utilities collect in excess of allowed revenues, they usually refund the excess collections without much issue, and that the transmission sector, a national monopoly, should have no issue doing the same. The House Speaker, Salceda added, wants to review the windfall taxes which are above the power sector participants' income and how to get money from it to fund the Pantawid Kuryente program.
Dateline Malacañang.
The public should not worry about Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth's budget based on the Senate and House's approved proposed 2025 budget. This is according to a study by the CPAS lead group, which is composed of certified public accountants in the country. According to Jose Esgana, the leader of the group, that based on the audit report done by the Commission on Audit or COA from 2018 to 2023, PhilHealth still has more than 400 billion pesos in fund from contributions and income from investments. Even if the state insurer was not given any budget next year, PhilHealth can still afford to fund its beneficiaries. Esgana said they are not against if PhilHealth will be given or not additional funding. They just want to ease the public's fear. CPAS lead group appealed to the government to change and improve PhilHealth's system and make those who have neglected their responsibilities accountable.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippine National Police or PNP treats the memorandum spreading on social media as fake news, which states the cancellation of the distribution of Service Recognition Incentive or SRI to the country's police force this 2024. According to the PNP Finance Service is currently processing the SRIs in coordination with the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management or DPRM to release the incentive to qualified PNP personnel as soon as possible. In a statement released by the PNP Public Information Office or PIO, the Directorate for Comptrollership's guide will be the fiscal directive approved by PNP Chief Police General Romel Francisco Marbil for the orderly release of the fund. The PNP advises its personnel, as well as the public, to be careful and be objective on documents spreading online that aims to destroy the integrity of the organization. Following this, Marbil ordered for an intensive investigation to find out who is behind the fake news and let them be accountable for spreading false information.
Dateline Malacañang.
The New Zealand government has provided 500,000 New Zealand dollars or approximately 17 million pesos to support the ongoing multi-cyclone response of the Philippine Red Cross. In a statement, the New Zealand Embassy said it stands in solidarity with the Philippines, reaffirming its commitment and offering support during these challenging times. It added that the enduring partnership between both countries reflects shared resilience, compassion, and mutual aid values. The embassy said the new funding is part of its continuing collaboration with the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies. The United Nations Philippines earlier said at least 20.1 million US dollars or 1.17 billion pesos is needed to support urgent and life-saving needs of communities severely affected by the series of typhoons that struck the country this year. In recent months, the Philippines endured a series of strong tropical cyclones, placing pressure on local communities, especially in Bicol and Central Luzon.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, will stop operations of two of its temporary off-site passport services, or TOPS, in Taguig City. According to the DFA Office of Consular Affairs, or DFA OCA, TOPS at the Double Dragon Plaza and Uptown Mall in Taguig will cease its operations starting December 31st. Affected applicants from the said facilities may proceed to the DFA OCA Asiana in Parañaque City starting December 23rd from 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, Monday to Friday, except holidays or work suspension announcement. For additional information or immediate queries, you may coordinate with the DFA through email at passportconcerns@dfa.gov.ph or oca.concerns@dfa.gov.ph.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, Radyo Pilipinas World Service of the Presidential Broadcast Service is heard over the following shortwave frequencies: 9.475 MHz, 15.640 MHz, and 17.820 MHz. You can also visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.